Oh, God. Okay. Hey, you've caught me at a bad time. I'm currently on the phone. Squeeze me. I know our generation, my generation, the younger one, is bad at talking on the phone, but I'm not, okay? I'm good at it. And I'm trying to make some very big power moves here because I'm a big player in the business, entertainment, business news world, all right? I'm trying to, if you want to know, I'm trying to acquire another company. I'm not going to tell you which company it is, but let's just say that the company's owner's name rhymes with Blaine the Block Blonson. That's right. The guy named Blaine the Block Blonson. He has a company called that rhymes with 11 Ducks Entertainment, or I think that's what 11 Ducks. Yeah, that's Blame the Block Blonson, 11 Ducks. And I'm trying to acquire the company, all right? He and his ex wife, let's just say her name rhymes with uh, Lanny Larcia. Yeah, that's right. Blame the Block Blonson. Let's recount what I'm saying. Blame the Block Blonson and 11 Ducks and Lanny Garcia. One more time, Blame the Block Blonson, 11 Ducks, and Lanny Garcia. That Lanny Garcia is the name I said. Blame the Block Blonson. Let's one more time. Blame the Block Blonson. Blame the Block Blonson, 11 Ducks, and Lanny Garcia. And that's who I'm trying to acquire. And it's going to be huge. We're going to be the next big production company in the world. And nobody's going to be able to stop me from doing all the projects I want to do in this world. So here we go. They hung up.
It's news time. Delivering to you the news you didn't know about, the news you didn't care about, and the news you didn't know you cared about. With host, Chad White. Now, here's that host, Chad White.
Welcome back to News Time. I'm your host, Chad White, and this is the acquisition news that you didn't know about. I moved my head in an odd direction there. Now my neck hurts. Just kidding. We're talking about acquisitions today. When a company wants to do something good, they make acquisitions. Acquisitions happen all the time. We've seen Paramount and Viacom come together and acquire each other, even though they were once together before. Discovery acquired Warner Brothers assets from AT&T. Let's see, T-Mobile acquired Sprint, and then things can even be as small, as acquisitions go. We got ABC acquired Abbott Elementary from Warner. That's a Warner Bros. TV show that is produced on the Disney-owned ABC. That's very true. It had a lot of TV shows across the networks. Everything on CW that was canceled recently, to be fair, it was an acquired program from either Paramount or Warner. That's neat. That's how things happen. And I've got some acquisitions I want to talk about over here. There's a big acquisition. I'm pointing to the computer, but you don't see it. We've got, there were once upon a time, Disney was making a live action Jungle Book movie a couple of years ago. And also, Andy Serkis wanted to make a live action Jungle Book movie. He was going to make it with Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers said, why don't we let not us handle it, but why don't we let Netflix do that? Netflix loves acquiring things. They acquired TV shows and movies all the time. They acquired the rights to air Seinfeld recently. And that's what they're doing, even though they're wanting for some money. So there you go. There was the Andy Serkis movie Mowgli that I don't think did anything good. I don't think it did well at the box office. I don't think it did well on Netflix. And quite frankly, I think it went forgotten because that other one was just fine, if I remember correctly. But who cares? That's what happens. And then we also have, like I mentioned before, companies can acquire other companies. Awesomeness TV was acquired by Viacom. And if you don't know what Awesomeness TV is, it was a production company that was like mostly based online. And I say mostly based online because it worked with big companies like DreamWorks, because it was acquired by DreamWorks Animation in 2013 for $33 million. But then it was also acquired by Verizon Communications. and they got a bunch of shows for their ad-supported G90. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Go 90. If you don't remember that, it was like it was only for phones, and they had it was like Quibi before Quibi became Quibi. And it was all ad supported, but it was all original programming for I think Verizon devices only, which was ill-fated to say the least. And then Comcast Universal, subsidiary Universal Pictures, it was going to acquire DreamWorks, and then the Viacom digital thing, all that stuff just went, was just destroyed, and then when it moved over to Viacom, and there we go. The Awesomeness TV, they produced a bunch of things for that you didn't know, but now they mostly produce stuff for what they call like the Generation Z. So there's that. But most importantly, they did a movie called Smosh the Movie. And if you remember Smosh, they're that online entertainment company, which in itself was acquired by a different company because its own owners, Defy Media, shut down. Yeah, that was in 2019. Smosh kind of outlived a lot of the early days of YouTube and became bigger than itself. And at the end of the day, it was not the most wanted thing. The videos, I think they slowed down on video output. One of the creators left, and Defy Media was even having a closure in itself, and it just couldn't sustain just having Smosh by itself. And then eventually Smosh was acquired by Mythical Entertainment over there by Rhett and Link and that crew in 2019. So there you go. Acquisitions can happen, and now they're running. They've got, I think, a couple of channels, and they before G4 was brought back and then canceled again. They had a show on G4's linear network, and there we go. So acquisitions can happen, and everybody can live in harmony, but it pays out in the end, and now these young people can continue doing the things that I don't want to watch. Speaking of things that you don't want to watch, why don't you subscribe and check out one of our other videos? Of course, you can head to the website, cpluscomedy.com, where there are so many great interviews with your favorite comedians that you'll go, all right, well, he did a good job that time. You can also find us on any social media, from Instagram to TikTok to Twitter to Facebook, at @CPlusComedy. Follow me on all that stuff except for TikTok, at Chad Black White. Like us on Facebook. Listen to the Constitutionals podcast wherever you get your podcasts. And what was the cold open about? Oh, yeah, acquisitions. Oh, ring, ring. I'm getting a call from... No, these are just peanuts.